through and the Waikato Splash, which is just the other side of the Waikato Bridge, was over the road a little bit, and we thought, oh yeah, look, that's all right. I'll turn around and get that. Half an hour later, it was impossible, so it's come up very fast.
About 13,000 homes and businesses are without power in parts of the Tasman district. The Network Tasman says the outages are in Golden Bay, Motueka, Tutawera and the Waimea Plains. Fallen trees and flooding are preventing crews from being able to make repairs, so people have been warned to expect to be without power tonight and possibly longer. The company says people should treat all down power lines as live. Several hundred Taranaki homes were also without power tonight as the wild weather swept across the province. Many other parts of the country have also been hit hard by strong winds and heavy rain. In the far north, Mayor Mokotopania says there's also significant flooding and power outages.
We do still have about 100 homes without power across Keria, Kairo and also Umawera. Top Energy are hoping to get the power restored to them tonight. We still do have high tides coming our way, so we are expecting potential flooding across the district.
Mokotopania says State Highway 1 at the Grundig Gorge is closed because of a slip and will be assessed tomorrow. Waikato Civil Defence says they are monitoring the situation across the region and are expecting more surface flooding. The region's Civil Defence Public Information Manager Rebecca Duffin says about 40 millimetres of rain have fallen since this morning and they're expecting 70 millimetres more to fall. She says while weather levels appear normal, the groundwater levels are currently at their maximum. It's 10:04. The father of a 16-year-old Dunedin high school student stabbed to death by a younger teenager is frustrated his son's killer will not be behind bars for longer. 16-year-old Inere McLaren Palmer died after being stabbed at the city's bus hub in May last year. A 14-year-old boy, earlier convicted of manslaughter, has today been sentenced to 3 years and 3 months in prison. Speaking outside court, Inere's father, John McLaren, says he's not happy with the sentence.
We never going to forget it. We're not happy with the outcome today. Personally, I don't think that's enough. Nowhere near enough.
John McLaren says the house is empty without his son. Justice Osborne granted the 14-year-old killer permanent name suppression, but refused to discharge him without conviction.
When you took out a knife and immediately chased Ellery, it was not by way of self-defence. It was an aggressive attack with a weapon against someone whose means of defence were limited in the extreme.
Nurses will strike later this month after strongly rejecting their latest pay offer. 36,000 hospital nurses, midwives and healthcare assistants will walk off the job for 24 hours on July the 30th. LPNZ says it's disappointed and expects the postponement of more than 4,000 procedures and appointments. It had offered nurses a 3% pay rise over 2 years, plus 2 one-off payments of $325. The Nurses Organisation Chief Executive Paul Bolter says that doesn't address staffing concerns.
We have raised this on a number of different occasions. It's actually why we're trying to achieve nurse-patient ratios that are enforced at a minimum floor, and that's because our members no longer trust the staffing models that Satellit run.
Health Minister Simeon Brown says the strike won't solve the pressures in the health system. He says the government's investing significantly in the nursing workforce. The minister claims that the average salary of a registered nurse is over $125,000 a year, including overtime and allowances. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade says the United States has not notified New Zealand of any changes to tariff settings. US President Donald Trump has announced new 35% tariffs on Canadian goods via a letter on social media, saying he plans blanket 15 to 20% tariffs on most other trading partners. A ministry spokesperson says the US has good access to New Zealand's market. Our trade is well balanced and already subject to Mr. Trump's 10% baseline tariff. A high-profile donor has withdrawn his support for Wellington Mayoral candidate Ray Chung in the face of an email scandal. Ray Chung sent a message seen by RNZ to 3 fellow councillors in early 2023 recounting a story he'd been told about Mayor Tory Whānau and an alleged sexual encounter with his neighbour's son. Ms. Whānau says the contents of the email are false and she's seeking legal advice. Rich lister and philanthropist Sir Mark Janajacek said in a statement he does not support Mr Chung's behaviour. He's urged mayoral candidates to run a clean campaign.